Well, welcome back to the Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Media Day. Final coach and perhaps players of the day. Murray State Racers are in town, brand new team in the Missouri Valley Conference. Steve Prohm is here, the head basketball coach, and we talked a couple of weeks ago, and I'm super excited about you guys being in the Valley. Are you as excited as maybe the Valley people are?
We are excited. I think it's a great opportunity for our school. I think it's a great opportunity for our university. This is a demanding and challenging league. It's a well-coached league. It's a great players league, great fan bases. I think our program and our university is ready for this change and this opportunity, and it's here. And now we got to go get it. And there are some things we got to do better going forward now to be able to continue to make the next step. But I think going in the Valley and being in a league that I think potentially can send multiple teams to postseason play, NCAA, NIT, is huge for us and it's huge for our league.
When we talked a couple of weeks ago, we talked about your roster and you did bring in a whole new roster and all of that. Now that you've had them on the floor a little bit, what are the this is the guy I thought he was, or oops, he's not. I have to adjust how we're going to game plan. Those kinds of things. What have you learned about your team now that you've had them on the floor a little bit?
Well, I think we've got number one, they listen, they're coachable, they work. We're really trying to get our foundation set, especially on the defensive end of the floor, to get our identity set there. We've had some guys like Kenny White, Jamari Smith, some new guys that we brought in that have done some really good things and make me really excited about them. The guys that I have here, Rob Perry today, Jacoby Wood. But we've had several guys. I think we've got a lot of versatility. We have so much newness, though. We've just got to continue to practice and play. We have not done a ton of live 5-on-5 yet. For a couple reasons. Number one, we've just been trying to teach and build our defense. But number two, trying to figure out the best way for us to play. And so we'll start ramping that up at the end of this week and go forward. But our character's been really good. Our work ethic's been good, and slowly getting the foundation set.
I was going to say, why did you bring the players you brought today? Meaning, I was going to say you could have brought a veteran, but you don't have any of those. So I'm saying you made a choice. Why those two guys?
Well, I think several reasons. You probably weren't going to bring a freshman. Number two, I just thought, these are two guys that have been working really hard. Great kids. They both have really engaging personalities. They both played at the Division I level and have been, kind of around some of this atmosphere before, whether it's media day, interviews. And so I thought they could handle themselves well and do a really good job up here for us. But like you said, I could have probably brought 3, 4, 6. I could have brought the other two guys. I just, the experience and maturity of these guys, I thought was important to bring them up here.
So you add all these guys. You've seen them in action a little bit in off-season workouts. When you guys hit the ground running here in a week or so, is there like a drawn-out plan? We're going to get from here to there, and this week we'll be working on. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm slowly getting there to where we we need to get this covered this week. Thursday, Friday, the end of this week. Next week as we start first practice, I want to try to get all this in. And you're probably not going to get all of it in, and then whatever we can, we'll start back on the next week. And then eventually we got to start trying to figure out, hey, the offense that we're putting in, does it really fit us, from that standpoint? Is it the best? Can our guys play like that, or do we need to tweak that? So, but I think we have an outline, kind of our game plan, and then just kind of adjust going forward.
When I look at your roster, and I'm, a dime store, scouting guy, right? I read websites and newspaper articles and whatever. But you have assembled a roster that on paper looks like a very good basketball team. Now, I know putting them all together and having them compete and so forth is the issue, but you got to feel good about the talent level.
Well, I think it's pretty good. I think we do have a couple guys, and if we can get them right, if they can play the right way, if they can get bought in and get in shape and do the right thing, I think they can impact our program and impact this team. And I think we have several guys like that. I think, if, you sign 12 guys, you would think there'd be one guy. You catch 12 fish, you'd think there'd be one that you'd be like, man, this fish, we can't eat this one. But, man, these 12 guys, they've been great. I love all of them. The two returning guys, DJ and Rod. Man, I like our personality. And so I do think we have a chance. Now there's a long way to that. You know, we got to go through some adversity. We got to continue to build some toughness. You got to put minutes out there. But man, all these guys, man, all 14 of them, man, I really like engaging with and coaching.
So you come to the Valley and it's like, oh, thank God I don't play Belmont anymore. Yeah. Oh, oops. Yeah. It's going to be fun to see you guys competing with the Valley programs, but with each other in a different environment.
Yeah, I think that's what someone asked. You know, the big show was Murray Belmont. It's Belmont Murray, Murray Belmont, Belmont Murray, Murray Belmont. You know, we've got a great rivalry with Southern Illinois, and I think that's going to be renewed, and then there'll be several others. And so, you know, Belmont, you know, we've got great respect for their program. You know, Rick Bird, Casey Alexander, they've done a tremendous job. They'll be one of the top teams year in, year out in this league. But the league, you know, it's so well balanced. And you just don't know. Like, you look at on paper, a lot of teams have new, you know, obviously Drake's got some guys back, but the league's great, and we're excited about jumping in there.
We talked about Kenny and Robin, but talk about those two guys. They're clearly the guys that other people know about. Robin's being mentioned as maybe newcomer of the year, one of the newcomers. But talk about those two guys, because they do have some credentials that probably just translate.
Yeah. Man, Rob has been great. You know, he came in, he sat out, he didn't play the second half of last year. You know, he scored 1,000 points in a short amount of time at Stetson. But he got in here, man, he's really got himself in shape, and he can really make shots. And he's starting to buy in defensively. I think that's what's been great. Kenny White had a hand injury this summer, and now that he's back healthy, man, he is sold out to being in the gym. And I think he provides some versatility in the front court, whether you play him as a wing, play him as a small ball 4. You can do some different things with him that he can really impact the game. And he's slowly starting to buy in and understand that, hey, here's the expectations, the standards of what this program's about. And those two guys have been fun. I think they both got a chance to really impact us.
I'm a media guy. I'm an announcer. I'm a writer. I have all that. So I evaluate programs a lot of different ways. There's the players, there's the coaches, there's the media staff at your school, and then there's the broadcasters that are associated with it. And I was telling somebody today, because I'm proud of the broadcasters in the Missouri Valley Conference. Your Neil is as good as anybody on the planet.
I'm telling you right now, Neil Bradley should be CBS Sports, ESPN. I've done this 25 years. Man, there's no better than Neil Bradley now. And I've had really good radio people everywhere I've been, elite level people, elite level at their job. Neil Bradley, first class, does an unbelievable job and has had some memorable calls here. He is really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, he's amazing. I brag about him all the time. So I was telling somebody today, I said, this guy is as good as – we've got great ones in the Missouri Valley Conference. And I said, but this guy is right there. He's on par with all them. He's outstanding. And I was asking Kenny today, I never knew that Boo, he said, oh, I've had that nickname since I was like 5 or something. So, I mean, I just love the people around your program. To me, that says a whole lot about what the university is doing and has been building for 75 years. It's an amazing thing for me at a distance to say that's a quality organization, top to bottom, right to left.
Yeah, it's I've been connected to Murray State almost 17 years now, in some form or fashion. Man, you got great people, we got great relationships, but you got just special people, good people about the right things, want to help the community, want to help our players, and just love that school. This school's really impacted my life, and the people in that community have really impacted my life. I'm very thankful.
Let me ask you one last thing. I'll let you guys know you're trying to get out of town. So all these different players, and we know some of them more than others. Who's a player that I'm just not thinking about right now that is going to – this guy's probably going to surprise people. He's going to emerge.
Yeah, I think Quincy Anderson has a chance, a Division II transfer, a guard. And then I like 2 of our freshmen, Braxton Snacker from right here in St. Louis, Justin Morgan, those guys. Most of those other guys we've kind of talked about in some form or fashion. Maybe Brian Moore, junior college point guard. But we've got a couple, too, that, you know, could be expectations. And you need a couple.
Yeah. So Arch Madness comes along. Oh, you knocked it up. So Arch Madness, comes along eventually. And I know that Evansville has kind of been Murray North, over the last couple of years. So you're going to be coming into an environment that's a lot more, I don't know, balanced. I mean, I think a lot of Murray State fans are going to show up. I know the Murray State fans, but you're going to come to a whole different environment, a whole different circumstance. How much are you looking forward to Arch Madness?
Man, I really am, because I think it's a great chance for our fan base to showcase that, hey, guys, we're really freaking good, and we really support our team. And they flooded Evansville. When I was at Iowa State, they flooded Kansas City, and they called that Hilton South. If Evansville was, the CFSB, the Bank North, I can see St. Louis being very, very similar to that. Our fans travel, they care, and they're passionate.
Super excited about having Murray State Racers in the Missouri Valley Conference this year. He's our final guy of the day, so you can quit watching my Twitter feed now. Or you can go back and listen to all the other ones we did earlier today. You've been watching the Missouri Valley Men's Basketball Media Day from downtown St. Louis here on ValleyHoopsInsider.com. Remember, since you've been there, make it a better place. We'll see you again real soon.